During the Clone Wars, Darth Maul made his triumphant return and claimed all of Mandalore as well as its people for his own after he defeated the leader of Death Watch Pre Vizsla, and along with him claimed his ancient Mandalorian lightsaber, the Darksaber. Over the rest of the Clone Wars, Maul would wield both his cut-in-half lightsaber that he used against Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn in conjunction with his new prize, the Darksaber. After losing his original weapon fully, Maul even began primarily using the Darksaber, as he used it against both General Grievous as well as Dooku. But when we encounter Maul in Rebels, we see that he no longer carries the Darksaber with him, and that he no longer wields it as his primary lightsaber. Instead, we see that Maul has constructed a new lightsaber made from the scraps of Inquisitor lightsabers that he has slain in combat and now has welded together to form a new weapon with dual blades, just like his original Sith weapon. But beyond this new lightsaber, we never see Maul wield the Darksaber again, and today we found out exactly why he chose to put the weapon aside in Rebels. In an interview with the creator of Star Wars Rebels, Dave Filoni, he was asked why Maul no longer used the weapon, to which Filoni responded, "He's not against it, but it is a different kind of sword. It's not that it's necessarily more powerful than any other lightsaber. In fact, you can make a strong argument that it's not. It's an old lightsaber. For all I know, it has limitations. It's obviously not a style that's been replicated, and you can imagine that's because Tar Vizsla understood something and added a Mandalorian twist to it that no one else has been able to replicate since. It's a flat blade of energy, which is bizarre. Maul, I think in his training, is more comfortable fighting with two blades, so he went back to a double-bladed lightsaber, probably just as a style preference more than anything. I think he sees the Darksaber as a trophy and a symbol more than anything else, a fond memory of when he almost had ultimate power, which is something he's always been after. This answer gives us some pretty clear explanations. In a way, the Darksaber may even remind Maul of a time where he was close to ultimate power, and using it just hurts him too much, and reminds him again how far he fell. Maul refuses to use the weapon as we see in Rebels, or even let others touch it, as it represents to him now the power that he once held, and the power he achieved without his master. And unlike before when the Darksaber staked claim to Maul's rule over Mandalore, now all it stakes claim to is the ruin that is Maul's life. What once represented Darth Maul's ultimate triumph now represents his ultimate defeat after the Clone Wars. The explanation of Maul going back to his roots is also very applicable, as despite Maul being trained to use a single blade, he ultimately designed and primarily drilled with a double-bladed lightsaber. What is most compelling, however, is that the Darksaber may have some weaknesses that we are yet unaware of, as Sabine now wields it. Another point is the idea that the weapon is just as much that of a Mandalorian as a Jedi or Sith is an interesting thought, and an explanation as to why a Mandalorian may be best suited to wield the weapon. But that is why Maul no longer chose to use the Darksaber that he claimed after killing Pre Vizsla and claiming Mandalore as his own. Maul refused to use it because, unlike before, now all it represents is his failure and his past. But what are your thoughts on this? Any explanation as to why the Darksaber went from Maul's primary weapon to a trophy that represented more prosperous days of the former Sith Lord? Also, in the comment section down below, I would love to hear what limitations you think the Darksaber may actually have. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed and want to help the channel out, be sure to hit the like button. If you would like to see more Star Wars explanation videos and stay up to date with all the Star Wars news from The Last Jedi to Star Wars Rebels, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to turn on notifications to see everything as soon as it comes out, and to make sure that you become a living holocron today. If you would like to get in direct contact with me, follow me on Twitter, where we discuss all things Star Wars and debate with one another on the various topics concerning the universe. If you have any video ideas you want to see explored, leave them in the comments below the video with hashtag suggestion at the end of your comment so I can find it better. If you do end up leaving a suggestion, I really appreciate it and hope to one day make a full video dedicated to your question or suggested topic. Thanks again just for simply watching the video and your continued support on this Star Wars journey. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.